Hello everybody, we are the Geeks and the Genets, and for our third Halloween lineup for our Halloween special, we'll be talking about movies about creatures that we don't really focus on that much, surprisingly, in our channel's history that I found out, which is zombies. Like, surprisingly, we rarely talk about zombies on this channel, especially on Halloween. So this week is dedicated to zombies. Starting with Dawn of the Dead, directed by a then unknown director named Zack Snyder and written by an unknown writer named James Gunn. And with the power of collaboration, they made a pretty good remake of George Romero's classic. But yeah, I will say I discovered this movie on Netflix during the pandemic, and I was like, I like Zack Snyder. I also like James Gunn. Like, perfect combo for me. And I came out of this movie being like, I wish they collaborated more, especially on horror, because when these two put their minds together, apparently you get a pretty damn good movie.
Great.
Your thoughts?
No, yeah. No, I'm very surprised that you just found out about this movie that recently.
Yeah.
Like, cause like back in the day, like when I was like maybe 7 or something like that, because this came out in 2004. It was such a hot new thing, like Shaun of the Dead, Land of the Dead, and this Dawn of the Dead. And I think Dawn of the Dead was like the peak of those 3 movies.
Yeah.
When it came out at the time. And it was just like, within like the early 2000s. And it was just like, nah, there was no escaping Dawn of the Dead for me. Like, my brother wanted to watch it, my cousins wanted to watch it. And since like sometimes when my parents would stick us all together, we got like we're just watching horror movies together, and I was not ready for it. Like, the amount of like childhood trauma I had from watching this movie was like, oh shit, it's probably one of my first like zombie movies, and like where I get to see like an entire bus gets torn up by zombies.
Yeah.
Or like yeah, like the baby zombie and like the lady, the big lady that they kind of like brought in.
Yeah.
Freak the living shit out of like 7-year-old John. Like, and yeah, and I guess that exposed me. I was like, okay, that's what I have to kind of get ready for. And this is one of my favorite zombie movies.
Same here. Fortunately, my first zombie movie was Zombieland, because like I was not exposed to like R-rated zombie movies until Zombieland. That was the big talk of what the most popular zombie movie back then for me. But like going to this movie, I saw it on Netflix and I was like, I like Zack Snyder very much, and I like James Gunn, and like it's not that it does anything new. Like, we all seen these types of zombie movies before. It's just that the characters are well written and the action is pretty good. Like, what can you expect from the minds of Zack Snyder and James Gunn? I like that they're all caught up and like stuck together in this mall. It really reminds me of like Dead Island or Dead Rising. It has that kind of vibe. It's a bit more on the heavy-handed side of like tone. It's not like as campy as Dead Rising. It's a bit more, not The Last of Us like in terms of tone, but like it's in a gray area of like not too campy, not too serious. You still have fun.
Yeah, like, cause like it at the back of our mind, besides trying to survive, like the zombie apocalypse when it does happen.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes you kind of have to think, what would happen if a bunch of survivors, just stumble upon us like a mall in America? You're kind of set.
Yeah.
You're for a long time. If you could ration out your food very well.
Yeah.
You could get a lot of stuff from this place, but of course, like the downside is that there's just a sea of zombies outside. They know you're in there.
Yeah.
And the thing is, they're not gonna get distracted. So I was like, oh, so you get to see their day in the life of like people in the mall. Somebody's like riding a bike. Somebody's enjoying the camping equipment. Somebody's enjoying the the mattresses in the mattress like area. And I'm like, yeah, what would we be doing if there was power in a mall, a zombie apocalypse is happening, and you just have the entire place to ourselves. You know?
Yeah, you're
That's
set
it
for
sounds
life.
kind of yeah,
Yeah.
not for life.
I
But
mean,
like for a
for a while, like enough
Yeah.
to listening to a very chill version of Down with the Sickness, which I forgot about this version until I started watching this movie for this review, and I'm like, I need to find that version because that's pretty sick. Um, and I honestly I think I don't know if you agree, but the thing that really freaked me out was the zombie baby, like later
Yeah.
on in the movie, and you're like the moment I saw her bite mark, I'm like, how the fuck is this gonna play out? It freaked me out, especially when she gives birth and you see the after effect, or like, I wonder if the baby's gonna be, oh Jesus Christ.
No,
Uh,
it's not. It was freaky as shit.
yeah,
Of course, they had to put it down. There's this one character that I really did like, but hated at the start. It was one of the security guys.
oh yeah,
I
yeah,
think his name's like CJ or something.
yeah. He's the actor for the dad in what do you call that superhero movie with Dane DeHaan? Like he's the abusive dad that gets his comeuppance by the end. Like he's in a lot of stuff. Yeah.
Oh, Chronicle.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He's
yeah,
there. He's in Man of Steel. He's in House of Cards. He's always a great actor every time he pops up. And like, yeah, I agree with you. I hated him at first, and by the end, I was very attached to him because his character gets redeemed in a way.
Yeah.
I do love the fact that we get all sorts of zombie kills here, from the fast being overwhelmed by the horde to like the slow being torn apart slowly by the horde as well. I'm like, I like the fact that they're harkening back to the classic George Romero kills where people would just
Yeah.
get slowly torn apart, and you get both all kinds of zombie kills here, even on human action, like jumping forward towards the end when they're in the bus and the bus tips over and the guy with the chainsaw cuts that one lady down to pieces.
Yeah. Yeah, Phil Dunphy from Modern Family.
Yeah.
Accidentally friendly fires a lady.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh,
Well,
there she goes.
good job, Phil. And like I do like the fact that we also get a kind of an ambiguous ending with the post-credit scenes where like I don't think they made it, but who knows what happened on that island.
Yeah, it was such a like a fun journey. Like I love like the life that they had. Like Luther from Mission Impossible was like making friends with a gun store owner across the street, and like there will be a lot of intense moments from time to time, and like by the end they were able to like fabricate like a makeshift like APC
Yeah.
just to get out of like the mall.
Yeah.
Because they know that they can't last there long. And they're like, hey, there's a boat. We could get to that boat, get out of this island, and get to safety. And like, yeah, even risk like the main, like one of the main characters, which is the guy. He's like, all right, like I got bit. Like
I have to
you
stay
gotta
behind.
leave me here. Yeah, I gotta stay behind. And like they go, you hear a gunshot from a distance. And like, okay, we know what he did.
Yeah.
And it's just so. I was like, oh, okay, they made it finally. And then you see the post-credit scene where when they finally make it to an island, there's zombies there too. So you're like, did they survive? I don't know. There's a camera. I hope the dog's okay.
Yeah. I don't say that's one of the most intense sequences was the dog, because all you hear are voices from the radio. Like, again, when Zack Snyder does a very suspenseful scene, it usually is me gripping the edges of my seat because I'm like, yeah, you're Zack Snyder and you're pretty good at directing action, especially when the scene's suspenseful. But yeah, I do like this collaboration between him and James Gunn, and again, I wish they did more. I would be very happy if they ever did a DC movie together one of these days.
Yeah.
Don't know if that's ever possible, but never say never, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they were. Well, one was in DC, and the other one's kind of spearheading it now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I wouldn't mind. You know, like have Zack Snyder direct like a Peacemaker episode or something.
Oh fuck, that would be fucking incredible. With the way Peacemaker is turning out right now, I would love to see that collaboration on that show.
Or I'm just saying Rick Flag Senior. After seeing him beat the shit out of Peacemaker, I was like, not gonna lie, I would love to see a movie with just him in it.
I would like to see a Suicide Squad movie directed by Zack Snyder, written by James Gunn.
Oh no, Creature Commandos. I would love to see a movie like we get like live action of those characters.
Fuck, I would love to see that. Especially
that is canon.
Yeah,
You know.
every guy, like every actor there is canon, and I would love to see David Harbour as Frankenstein, because why the fuck not?
Yeah.
And season 1 was pretty good. But yeah, going back to Dawn of the Dead, what would you rate Zack Snyder's Dawn of the Dead?
I'd rate Zack Snyder's Dawn of the Dead an 8 out of 10. It's a solid horror movie. It's a solid zombie movie. It goes from very intense to lighthearted, then back to intense.
Yeah.
In such a seamless way too. And also this is before the whole Zack Snyder slow-mo bullshit.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's the only thing I kind of don't like about him.
There is some slow-mo, but it's not, too much.
It's not in every fucking
Insane,
thing, you know?
yeah.
It's not in every shot
It's
that
not.
they make.
It's not fucking Rebel Moon where I'm like, can you please? The runtime is
like-
padded because of this.
Exactly. Like if you just took out the slow mo and you played it all in real time, I think the movie's just like 30 minutes.
Exactly.
You know? Like,
Yeah.
But yeah, like other than that, like the characters were great. Well, the main guy he seemed kind of bland, but I did like CJ or RJ, whatever his name was.
Yeah.
The guy with the mustache.
Yeah, CJ, you're right. I was trying
Yeah. Like I love the zombies. This is the first time I ever got introduced to fast running zombies.
Mm.
You know, it's just all freaky, and it just Dawn of the Dead just brings me back to those days of like us friends playing Left 4 Dead, like or Call of Duty Zombies.
Mm.
Just getting into it and just like hunkering down somewhere, waiting for the horde, kind of deal. And yeah, so it's a movie that has a special place in my heart because it is my first zombie movie. And yeah, so it's an 8 out of 10 for me. Acting's great, directing's great. I would love to see Zack Snyder and like James Gunn work on a movie again.
Yeah.
Like if that balance can keep Zack Snyder from slow-moing everything, great. That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. 8 out of 10. The characters are pretty good. And the action is satisfying as hell to watch. And like, it's also the right amount of gore. Again, it's not Terrifier levels of stupid gore.
Thank
It's
God.
it's like the Zack Snyder gore you expect from like here and 300 and its other R-rated properties. And it's one of his better films. Like it's up there for me with like Man of Steel, his Justice League, 300. Also maybe along with what the fuck do you call that movie? Owls of Ga'Hoole, that animated owl movie. That was Zack Snyder also. But no, most people don't know that's Zack Snyder. Apparently, you too.
Oh, it's
Apparently,
called Guardians.
oh yeah, Guardians of Ga'Hoole. Thank you.
Yeah, there you go. I was like, Owls of Ga'Hoole.
Sorry.
I didn't watch it either, though. So, I haven't seen it, but I'm seeing it like on TikTok, and I'm like, oh, the clips are great.
Yeah,
You know?
I think it just had the misfortune of coming out the same time as Toy Story 3. That's why not a lot of people know about it. Yeah. But yeah, I get solid animated movie if you want to see a Zack Snyder animated movie. But going back to this, pretty good remake. Again, there's not a lot of good remakes unfortunately nowadays, but this is an example of a really good one. And it's by two directors that have a lot of fans, and even though those fans think that they are at each other's throats, like life just proves that they're cool with each other. I don't know if you ever saw that Rick and Morty clip with Zack Snyder and James Gunn. I thought it was pretty fun to watch them just riffing off each other. But yeah, hopefully there's a collaboration with them soon, whether it be horror or DC styled horror. Like I would like to see them take on the more mythical side of DC. Like maybe do a Justice League Dark movie with Swamp Thing and Constantine.
I would like for a horror movie director to do that.
Zack Snyder can do horror. He just did we saw him do Dawn of the Dead.
I know, but I mean, like,
Oh, someone like Del Toro? Yeah.
yeah.
Sounds good. Well, yeah. If you like what you see here, please leave a like, subscribe, and ding the bell icon to get notified of when we upload next. We're also on Spotify and TikTok. TikTok to see your best and funniest moments. Spotify to hear us on the go. And the Visual Zodas was us on TikTok and Ants Wolf on Letterboxd. Where can we find you?
And you can find me at JohnJoM_. On Instagram, it is my account.
And until the next one, we'll see you then. Bye, everybody.
Ciao.